Hello and welcome to how to use messenger bots to generate qualified leads and close more sales in your business. My name is Mark Huber, broadcasting to you live from beautiful Vancouver, Canada. I just want to spend a few moments of your time here and talk about the things that I believe to be true. First of all, I believe that conversations are powerful. Listening, speaking, and being relevant are also powerful. You know, in a world that has an attention span less than a goldfish, which is about 8 seconds or less, our ability to convince someone to spend their attention on us becomes more and more difficult. We are starved for intimacy. Yet, what if we could bring back this intimacy into our business and scale it in a one-to-many way? What if we could pull our potential customers towards us in a way that hasn't been possible for nearly 15 years, being relevant to their pain, their needs, and then delivering the exact experience required to turn them into a loyal customer? Remember how relevant email seemed to be when it first burst upon us 15 or so years ago? Remember Hotmail? Well, today you've perhaps heard some of the buzz, but it's true, it's here, the future is here. Are you ready for it? It's the world of bots. Now, our ability as entrepreneurs to capture attention is one that we must pay attention to. If we can do it more effectively and efficiently, it will always positively impact our bottom line. And that's what bots allow us to do. Generate leads, engage them, build a relationship, magnetize them, qualify them, and finally turn them into customers. And everyone is going to be doing it wrong. Everyone except you, that is. You see, messenger bots aren't an opportunity to push messages down people's throats, but rather they allow us the opportunity and the ability to give someone a tailored experience based on exactly where they are. Yes, you can have a bot fairly quickly. However, what if you actually engaged someone with the right content, the right message, the right delivery style, the right call to action, the right experience? What would you do? Now, since we live in a world where leads aren't created equal, since we live in a society where everyone is in a slightly different frame of mind, wouldn't pulling them towards us effectively allow us to be relevant to them, further allowing us to sell to them? And if we were to combine this power with a marketing funnel, wouldn't this also allow us to give them a greater, higher level of engagement, a greater experience? You see, marketing is an experience. It just isn't sending a message out via a bot. And now we have a brand new way of delivering that message. One that costs far less, one that is received far more. Now, the simple question is this: will you use what allows us to capture attention right now, or get left behind like every other major marketing type? Marketing is a moving target, and you have a rare advantage. So are you ready to jump? Using Facebook Messenger bots is the new game in town. For the past 15 years, email marketing has reigned as the dominant way to drive sales and attention to your leads and customers. And I'm not saying that email is dead, far from it. But Facebook Messenger bots and messaging is changing the game for marketers and online businesses. Now, what you're going to be seeing and hearing and listening to right now is going to be giving some of the effective ways to use messenger bots that nearly anyone can quickly use to drive attention, relevancy, and sales in a business. So, what is Facebook Messenger? Well, Facebook, as you know, is the most popular website on earth with nearly 2 billion active users since its inception. A large part of its strategy has been messaging. Now, about 3 years ago, Facebook saw a huge opportunity and turns its Facebook Messenger feature into a standalone product. And this was a very smart choice. The inconvenient truth is this: Facebook is running out of ad space. Later in 2017, Facebook is going to run out of ad space because the Messenger product is nearly untapped for advertising, and this allows for a huge increase of inventory. Now, part of its product is allowing it to effectively be used as a business messaging tool. And at time of writing, March of 2017, and time of broadcasting, which is about the middle of April 2017, not only is the messaging software effective for business, but it's driving massive sales. The business are reporting average open rates of up to 82%, and often average click-through rates of 30%. This is truly amazing, especially when comparing email marketing that has, on average, on a good day, an 19% open rate and a 8 to 5% or less click-through rate. You can see why it's so effective. So what's a bot? Well, let's call a spade a spade. You know, you don't really need a bot. What you really want and are needing is called a sequence. Performs like a bot, sort of like this. A sequence isn't exactly smart. Think of it as an advanced quiz. I love quizzes. That allows us to properly know who someone is, what they want, and then deliver that experience. No, your bot isn't going to respond to random questions or queries, and no, it's not going to be super advanced. And I'll be honest, it probably doesn't need to. The job of a messenger bot? To start a conversation that allows us to get to know who we're talking to and then deliver a relevant experience. So how do you do this? Well, you can develop your own custom set of bots for your business. Oh, outsource that chore or remain focused on running your business and the big picture stuff, right? However, what I'll get into here is really pretty simple, and I just want to familiarize you with how to use some of the messaging service to generate conversations, relationships, and ultimately sales. Number one, drive lead conversations. People hate to give up their email addresses for anything, increasingly so, myself included. However, at the moment, they're fine in giving access to the messenger, largely because it's so easy to unsubscribe, and it's a slight pattern interrupt. In the beta testing with Facebook paid advertising, some marketers are seeing campaigns with conversion rates as much as 92% and up. And that's from the traditional 40% using a landing page that we're all more familiar with, of course, where a person has to give up their email address. So we're talking more than double rates here. Now, how does this work? Well, much like a regular lead generation ad on Facebook, you would run an ad. However, when someone clicks, it brings them to Facebook Messenger, and then you deliver the ad directly inside of Messenger. Now, at the moment, it's difficult to track conversions outside of doing it manually. However, with such a high conversion rate, it seems to work quite well. Once you get the lead, you can learn a lot about them because you'll be asking them some simple questions, and you can also distribute content easily. Now, based on some anecdotal evidence for engaging people that aren't on an email list but have visited a website or engaged with a site's pages and videos, were the most effective leads with costs of below $1 in a very competitive niche market, which is internet marketing. Now, the beauty of all this, content distribution. Once you have a lead, you can run them through a specific sequence, or you can send broadcasts to them. Now, this allows for an amazing ability to deliver content to them that can start further conversations. Now, one example that comes to mind is where recently a Facebook video guide was offered to current subscriber list with over 60% saying that they wanted it. And from a single piece of content, it started dozens of conversations that led to multiple sales of this company's flagship premium program, which was a $2,000 product, simply because not only was it relevant and permission-based, but it intrigued the people. Now, this wasn't a huge email sequence involved. There was no need for a landing page, none of the typical setup for a lead magnet, simply delivering the value to those who wanted it at the right time and place in the relationship. Let's talk about sales conversations. What you must realize is that every conversation is a sales conversation, yet we can't think of it that way. In every interaction we have with someone inside of Messenger, it's important that you understand that you or your product or services are becoming more and more relevant to them. You're creating an experience in which someone is starting to feel connected to you and your brand. And this powerful effect is something that, when done properly, will make you stand out in an incredible fashion. You see, there are two ways to start these sales conversations. First of all, there's the passive way. Now, passive conversations are the easiest, and it typically comes from segmenting your leads and leading someone down the path of understanding that they have a problem and a gap in what they're currently doing. Now, this is permission-based selling at its finest and can be added to any type of sequence or automation when using messenger bots. It's the simple, do you need help with that? Okay, what type of help? And boom, you've started the conversation. Now, more directly would come with some costs and will always result in more backs being raised. This is the direct marketing method. It's just simply coming out and saying, do you have a problem? And it doesn't lead with a ton of valuable content. It's like asking a girl her phone number within 30 seconds of meeting her. And I'm not a great fan of this direct method of selling. I don't believe it works as well in this platform. Why, you ask? Well, someone doesn't open their Facebook Messenger expecting to buy something. However, it doesn't mean it won't work. It's just that it's not for me. I want to talk about segmenting your buckets. The cool part of all this is that every sequence and automation that you run, for those that are subscribed, you can easily segment. For example, through segmentation, you can know that about 400 people on your list want notifications on webinars. And through segmentation, you know that 34% of your list say they have revenue above $250,000. Or that 41% say they have less than $125,000 in annual business revenue. Now, you can also know that 62% of people are tinkering with their online marketing, which is my ideal customer. And just like me, you can start collecting these pieces of information, allowing you to be ultra relevant. This allows you to create an experience instead of just mass selling or mass sending an email. And the great part, it just feels natural. Human beings want to be asked. They want experiences that feel right to them. And when you create this moment, it's magic. Now let's talk about live stream stacking. And if you ask me, and if you're not using live streaming as part of your Facebook video strategy, well, that's just plain crazy. Part of having a live stream is having as many people live as possible. And this allows you to do that with what we call social stacking, the live streams. Giving it comments, shares, reach, and relevancy that wouldn't be possible otherwise. And what's the best way to get people there? Well, tell them. That's the problem with live streams at the moment. We have to rely on Facebook to tell people that we're live. So let's take back some control. By using specific tagging, you can get people to subscribe to your live notifications. Now, obviously, these are the most engaged people. However, it allows us to send a notification to hundreds, often thousands of people, a few hours or even minutes before we go live stream. In fact, through testing, it's been found to increase the number of live viewers of live streams within the third stream of doing it by oftentimes up to over 1,400%. That's insane. When was the last time you saw those kind of numbers in your business, especially if you're running webinars? Let's talk about validation. It doesn't matter the size of your company or business. You need to validate everything. Before you put together a new training, a new product, a new piece of content, you need to validate that someone will want it, right? Just do a quick broadcast sequence asking those who are subscribed to you on Facebook. Don't be surprised if you see some nice responses pop up. The other beautiful bit, well, they're now micro-committed, that they'll show up to the live stream. Now, the more you validate and ask, the better you can serve your audience, and you'll be able to generate more sales. Let's talk about social proof stacking. Remember how we social stacked our live streams? Well, when it comes to Facebook advertising, you want to do the same thing. Whenever you do any type of promotion on Facebook, you want to stack the likes, comments, and shares. Not only does it increase your relevancy score, it also decreases your advertising costs. Now, the click-through rate can often increase by 200 to 500% depending on the ad and the relevancy. So, if you have a new lead magnet, a new post, or a new video, what's the best way to socially stack it? Well, send it to those that are on your messenger list. Instantly, you can see hundreds of likes, clicks, and engagement that go through the roof. It will give you traction. It'll share your content. It'll decrease your advertising costs. It'll give you more leads and more sales. Less money. Smart, right? Let's talk about engagement and attention. Those who own attention are paid, and those who engage are often paid even more. In our society, there's a lot of noise. You have a signal, a message to be heard by everyone. By generating leads, having conversations, being in front of your audience, by engaging them and allowing them to feel heard, by being relevant to these people, you're owning the attention in your space. See, there's 4 different types of things that you must do in your business. You must build an audience. You must build awareness. You must generate leads. You must generate sales. And Facebook Messenger allows you to do all 4 of these, all in the same platform, seamlessly, for free, allowing you to scale your relevancy and intimacy to a higher ability than ever before. Now, overall, this type of opportunity doesn't come up often. Either use it or lose it. Now remember, marketers, people like me, tend to ruin everything given enough time. So what's next? Well, quite honestly, Facebook Messenger's ability for your business is insane. It's cheap, it's effective. However, it comes down to scaling intimacy. It comes down to engaging and mediating attention towards you. Remember this, and you'll be able to sell like a rock star using it. If you feel excited and ready to use this effectively, you may want to consider hitting us up for a chat about how to quickly stitch messenger bots into your business marketing program. Hope you enjoyed listening and reading along with this short video report as much as I did putting it together. Now, very quickly before I go, as you know, my name is Mark Huber, broadcasting from Vancouver, Canada, and I believe the future of lead generation is here, and it's just waiting for you. As sales funnel growth hackers, we love to implement effective lead generation by systematizing your ability to automatically bring qualified new customers to your doorsteps. Bots help build systematic experiences that allow you to qualify, engage, and interact with your leads in a one-to-many way that feels like a rich one-to-one experience. Combined with your marketing and sales genius, this allows you to grow your business in a sustainable and scalable way, giving you newfound power, adding revenue and profit to your bottom line. Whether it's a course, consulting, or our done-for-you solutions, you need a bot inside of your business. The future of lead generation is here. It's waiting for you. Be happy to chat with you at your convenience, and be delighted for us to get together on a variety of platforms. I look forward to speaking with you either by telephone here on the Pacific. I can be reached at 604-880-1972. Skype, of course, mark.huber1. My email, successonthefly@gmail.com. Of course, my Facebook business page is Success on the Fly. My Twitter handle is Success on the Fly as well. And you can, of course, message me and be delighted to find out what's on your mind and see how perhaps we can be of relevancy and value to you as well. I believe the best way to predict your future is to create it. And why we are doing this is that because I believe what we do in life echoes in eternity. So, Mark Huber from Vancouver, Canada, all the very best of luck and continued success until we chat. Goodbye for now.